To help us break down the news tonight, Justin Allen joins us.
Justin is the director and producer of the documentary. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we know you had a lot of video footage to go through, but what stuck out the most to you in this documentary?
That's right. We really did have a lot to go through. There was something like 100 hours of broadcast time for the whole Inside Opioid Addiction Initiative. And for the documentary, it was about 30 hours of raw interviews. So that's a lot of content.
Yeah, we know that'd be a lot. Yeah.
you know that well. The thing that stuck out to me the most, though, was people that were in recovery, their passion and their intensity about helping other people with addiction. It's just amazing and inspiring to see.
The public, did you notice a shift in how they perceive recovery in this whole issue that you tackled?
You know, over the past few years, I think we've all been seeing a shift in the conversation about medically assisted treatment versus abstinence only, and addiction as a disease. I think that's part of the conversation that's definitely changing. You go someplace like the Prescription Drug Abuse and Heroin Summit that Operation Unite puts on in Atlanta, and that's the message that the national scientists are telling us, people that are experts in addiction and brain science, and they'll tell you that addiction is a chronic brain disease, and I think that message is getting back here.
And I think up in places like Baltimore, they've been treating this as a public health crisis for a lot longer than we have. That shift's just starting to happen here, right?
That's right, and Dr. Lena Wynn, the public health commissioner in Baltimore, issued a citywide prescription basically for naloxone for every single man, woman, and child in the city of Baltimore because it's such a bad problem.
And why should people care that haven't been affected by this?
You know, I think for people that haven't yet been affected by the opioid epidemic in this state, they're the lucky ones, really. I mean, a majority of people have someone in their family, a friend, a neighbor, something like that have been directly affected by the opioid epidemic, and they really understand that. I think that if someone watches the documentary that hasn't been exposed to the problem like that yet, they're going to learn a few things. They're going to get educated a little bit more about the treatment options that are available in the state. They're going to learn more about addiction as a disease and the science behind that, and hopefully that'll help.
How willing were people, Justin, to talk about this? Because it's that addiction stamp. That's a really negative thing for a lot of people, obviously.
It is, and I will say that there were a few people that weren't willing to share their story, but the vast majority of people that we talked to were excited and to get their story heard, and really some of those stories are just heart-wrenching, and they really are amazing people. Just one example, one of the girl I talked to in eastern Kentucky, her name was Cheyenne, and she'd lost her mother at a young age, and that's a common story that we don't hear a lot because it's so hard to talk about, and her courage to be able to share that with a statewide audience is really amazing.
Sam, I watched it earlier. It's a tearjerker, but very inspiring as well, and she's a strong young lady.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I
Thanks
appreciate
for joining
it. Thanks
us.
for having me.
Journey to Recovery airs this coming Monday, February 13th at 8 p.m. on Kentucky Educational Television.